Hi everyone, Lili Loves here, welcoming back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing another one of these Norway Melodi Grand Prix first reaction videos. We've got the 7 songs competing in the second heat of the competition, or the second show, whatever they're calling them. So we've got 7 songs to get through, and let's go ahead and kick it off. First up we have Sandra Lyng with the song Drøm, bort. Let's go ahead and give Sandra's song a listen. Softening, really soft and melodic. I like her voice. It's just so soft and comforting right off the bat. I like the backing vocals, the way they are there. Okay, some percussion, like giving us a little drama on that piano too. Simple melody of just like na-na-nas. Without any backing vocals, just isolating that. That's really nice. We're coming in with the build again. It's a super simple chorus. Not really a lot happening there lyrically. Anyone can sing along with it. I do like kind of like the feeling it brings with having that isolated vocal, then having everything come in and kind of give us some more energy. Keeping it soft in that second chorus. Bigger note there. It's like a pre-chorus here. Getting a little moody. It kind of feels like a bit of a storm brewing. I like it when songs, like when you listen to the music of the song, and it kind of feels like the instrumentation's telling a story, along with whatever the lyrics are, especially if it's a song you can't understand. I don't speak Norwegian, if that wasn't obvious when I was trying to say the title. But I like how this song has like a lot of ebb and flow, a lot of peaks and valleys, and it keeps you engaged with the instrumental constantly. And there's a lot happening in the song, because like now we're on the bridge, but I'm still wanting to listen to see what's happening because I'm not bored of it. Like there's always something going on with the music here. Nice big note, get your jury. Show off that vocal. Going back with the Nas. Okay, that's nice, because this is like the first time we're really even hearing backing track coming in, and it's towards the end of the song. Oh, not backing track, like backing vocals coming in, like any vocal other than hers. I think that's the first time I've noticed anyone other than her. So I like that effect of kind of having it be mostly her for most of the song, but right there at the final chorus, having some backing vocals come in. I really enjoyed that. I think that I do find Sandra's voice to be very pleasant. The song itself, like the way it was put together, is very engaging to me. And they make choices that are interesting. Like, for example, like I said, you don't really get another vocalist on the track at all until you get to that final chorus. And it's like a deeper masculine voice, which can like provide a nice, what's the word I'm looking for, contrast to Sandra's kind of Sandra's high feminine voice. I like having the first half of the chorus be basically a cappella. And the chorus is super simple. Anyone can go, oh, right, what's the song about? Na, 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 na. So it's going to be able to stand out in your head immediately the first time you hear it through. So I think that's really, really a pleasant track there. Yeah, so I like that one. Next up, we have the second song. It's going to be Jone with Ekko, inni. I don't know if I said any of that correctly. If I didn't, let me know. I like to be corrected on my pronunciation. It's a learning curve, you know. Okay. So, Ekko, inni by Jone. Okay. Electronic definitely is there. Yeah. A little ravey, a little EDM-y. EDM-y, ravey, same thing. I like the falsetto, it's really nice. I kind of sing-songy kind of. I associate this with the Scandinavian, like this melody here, with kind of like a Scandinavian sound anyways. Glitchy effect. It looks like it has a featuring artist of Silke. Silky. Yeah, Silky, which is cool. It's like a little, I don't know if it's a reference to like a Silky, like the mythological, do you want to say mythological creature? It's really like easy melody to recall. It's very familiar sounding. Yeah, it's like kind of like half rap, but it's bearable. It's not like distracting at all. It's very electronic dance music. Is DDR still a thing? I could see this being like a song on DDR. I don't know anything about Just Dance. It's funny because like in my head I'm mentally seeing like the arrows go up the screen like it's DDR, showing off my age. Yeah, this is one that's not for me. But it's one that's not for me, but it's still pleasant enough when I'm listening to it that I'm not like disliking it. I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. This just isn't for me, but it's pleasant enough. Like again, the melody's easy. I don't know a lot about electronic music, so I couldn't tell you how derivative it is, but it sounds really like there's something about it that's really familiar with the melody. A little taunty. It's like that melody. I just associate it with being like taunted so oddly enough. Like it's teasing me a bit. Okay. All right. I've said this. I don't mean it as a cop out. It's not for me. It's pleasant enough as an electronic song goes. I'm not listening to it and going, oh, I need to turn this off right now. I would listen to it, but I wouldn't really necessarily seek it out. Jone's vocal sounds fine. The backing vocal, or maybe the person that's associated with Silky. Silky sounds fine. There's something about the melody that's really familiar, and it's like the kind of like electronic sound, like that EDM-esque sound I would associate with like Scandinavia, but like Scandinavian EDM in 2004, kind of like that. So it does have like a bit of a nostalgic place for me, even though that music was never really my taste. You know how like you might hear a song that makes you might hear a song from a long time ago or for a while back that you don't really like at that time, but when you hear it, you still know all the words and stuff, and it still has a familiarity to it. And that's how I feel about that song there. So not my personal taste, but not bad. Yeah. All right. So next up, we have the song "Prohibition" by Swingin' It. These guys look like jazz grandpas, and as you know, I'm a jazz grandpa. Let's go. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we are definitely going for that kind of swingy retro sound. Just Prohibition wasn't really a thing when swing was really popular. Swingers are swinging. Okay. Wait a second. I have to pause this real quick. Swingers are swinging. Leave your inhibitions at the door. Is this about swing dancing or is this about swinging with your partner? Okay, maybe not. Prohibition. See, when I hear Prohibition, I'm from the States. So, like, I hear Prohibition and go, oh, right. Prohibition and jazz music. So, we're not drinking alcohol unless, well, everyone's drinking alcohol still, but it's illegal. This is fine enough. It's just, like, at least it's not electric swing. Electric swing just drives me up the wall. That piano is nice. It just feels a little like there's like a contrast happening. I'm like over here trying to like resist making a joke about Roger Stone. Especially with some of those lyrics like swingers gonna swing and stuff about politicians. Yeah. Anyways, it's cute. It's fine. It does feel very much like Norwegians trying to do ragtimey, not ragtime even, because it's swing music. It's not ragtime music. It definitely feels like Europeans trying to capture an American sound and an American bit of culture with the lyrics like Prohibition. I don't know how many people know this, but in the US, there was a time period where consuming alcohol was basically illegal. You could consume it, but you couldn't sell it and you couldn't transport it or make it. So like making, transporting, and selling alcohol was all illegal. And that time period is known as Prohibition. We still have like dry counties and stuff where you can't legally sell alcohol, but if you can bring it into the county, you can have it. And that would have been like the 20s. So that's going to give you jazz age. Musically, I'm not getting 1920s. I'm getting more 30s into 40s after the Prohibition was listed. Point. It's like, it makes me laugh because it's one of those things like, oh, I'm an American history nerd, so I'm going to get like what you're going for completely, but know that you're not quite hitting the mark all the way. And so it's a little odd. I'm sure it's like when like people from Europe hear like Americans talk about, I don't know, what's something that we cover in school briefly that we don't. It's like, I guess it's like maybe hearing Europeans talk about how Americans talk about like the French Revolution in a way. But it's like, yeah, I live in French people would hear Americans talk about the French Revolution, or like English people hearing Americans talk about like the English Revolution. You know, kind of like, what's happening here? What are you guys talking about? You're a little off. Kind of feeling like that with this. It's cute. The sax solo is nice, but you know, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think that was one of the ones I was intrigued about heading in. It's like, oh, what are these little jazz grandpas going to be doing? Because I want to take a shot. Obligatory me talking about being in a jazz band of the season. All right, next up we have Ella with the song Waste. Not sure I'm going to feel about this one. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this at all. So it's like electronic dance. Spelling your fear? I'm waiting. Okay. So I like the attitude we're coming with. We're going with women in power at the dance club, like at the club. I'm into it. Okay, so it's like, shut up and watch my waist. So instead of like her hips, her bottom, it's her waist. Okay. I mean, you move your waist to move your waist is what you move to kind of move your hips and stuff. So kind of fits in that same theme. Like she's the one who's in charge. It's like, yeah, this music isn't for me. I don't like the sound. I do like how we go lower energy on the verses. It kind of brings like an intimacy of like, yeah, she's talking to you directly, young man. And then once we get into the chorus, it's kind of like more energy coming in. A lot of like, it's a very controlling thing. It's like, it's nice because you're having confident young women in control of a potentially sexual experience. It's got it's got a strong control of your own sexuality and your own body, which I do find to be a positive thing to have in music. I tend to enjoy like that general idea. That's Brazilian Portuguese, isn't it? Yeah, that's Brazilian Portuguese. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I come into these songs like almost completely blind. I avoid social media or anyone talking about Eurovision stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. We got Brazilian Portuguese and Norway. And you know what? That beat going on in the background definitely is giving me a little bit of funkwela. I have to look over what it's called. A second. Okay, so it's definitely like an electronic dance song. I like that there's like a command of sexuality, a command of self-confidence, coming from Ella with that one. So those are all positive things. When the Brazilian Portuguese hit me, I was like, okay, you know, not expecting Brazilian Portuguese and a Norwegian. But the beat we were getting was very funk carioca, which is like Brazilian funk music. I've hung out with Brazilians. I've hung out with Brazilians who specifically really enjoy Brazilian funk music and dancehall. But yeah, like I think that's not really something I'd expect to have at a national final in Norway. I barely expect to see it at Festival da Canção, but hey, here we are. So it's kind of like blending that funk sound, that Brazilian funk sound, with like electronic music, which I think is more of a Scandinavian thing. So it's kind of like blending the two together, which I do find to be interesting. I think the thing about this that is the most appealing is definitely that sense of ownership and that sense of confidence over one's body, which is positive. Is probably why the thing I like the most about like so many of these female rappers we have nowadays, or you know, women rappers. So yeah, I do like those elements. However, this is not a song that's for me personally. It's intriguing. I think if I listen to this more, I'll end up liking it more. But on first listen, I'm like, you know, this isn't one that's standing out to me especially strongly. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Again, I think it's one. We'll see. I could say, oh, maybe I'll seek it out. We'll see. It's one of those ones that has a chance to grow on me. So from Brazilian funk, we go to Alejandro Fuentes with the song Fuego. I know Fuego is fire in Spanish, so let's go. Fuego. Okay, some like little Spanish guitar at the beginning. Okay. It's in Spanish. But this is like the kind of Spanish language music like I grew up on. Okay, beats coming in a little bit more and more. You can move your hips to this one. A little bit of horns. Okay. It's definitely a love song. It's a little melodically, instrumentally, it's a little Despacito-y. That's okay. I like it though. Loving the horns. Gonna make sure to like move to it right away. I'm into that. It just feels weird for this to be for in the Norwegian national final. Okay. So Alejandro is laying it on there. Thick. Going for that romantic Latin lover feeling, which I'm into. I'm not gonna lie. I feel it. Maybe it's because I grew up in like the late 90s when we had our Latin revival, so this is up my alley. It makes me nostalgic. I do like the horns. It's like I barely like I don't know Spanish, so I'm like picking out the words I know. I'm like I know fuego means fire, corazon is like heart, or like my deer I think is also what it can be. I know someone who called their dog corazon. Um, yeah. Fuego. Okay, yeah. Hitting on that bridge, going like extra romantic. It's like now at this point we're just repeating the same thing over and over again. It's all very one note, but it's all very one note in a way that's pleasant enough. Like I feel like I'm gonna have that chorus stuck in my head, like that "fuego, fuego" line stuck in my head there. He says his name at the end, Alejandro Fuentes. Who are you, Jason Derulo? You're sticking it in at the end though instead of the beginning, switching it up. Yeah, that's pleasant enough. Like I said, it sounds very much of like that Latin revival sound from the late 90s, which is probably like my intro into Spanish language music, let's be honest. The melody does kind of make me think a little bit Despacito, but I don't hate it. It's like kind of like an interpolation of it. Um, how do I feel about this? Um, it's not bad. Not bad at all. not bad from Alejandro Fuentes with the song Fuego. Name's a little cliche at this point when it comes to Eurovision stuff. But it's enjoyable enough. It gets the job done and gives you like a feeling of like wanting to move your hips and dance along to it, which is a bonus. I the melody of the chorus is already in my head. Yeah, it gets the job done. It does what it needs to do, which is, hey, you want to like a song in Spanish you can kind of dance along to a little bit and have a good time. It's doing that. So congratulations, you got the job there. I do find it enjoyable. It's probably one I would seek out and maybe add it to my main playlist of like the Eurovision season stuff. So yeah, who knows? Not bad. And it is something more at my alley compared to like the other stuff. Like, oh, this just isn't. Oh, this just isn't for me. That one's for me. I'll admit it when I. All right, so we're gonna go over to the next one, which is Bjorn, Olav, Edvardsen with "Turn My Heart Off." Let's listen. Drama. Oh my gosh, this is very musical theater right now. Like the really soft male vocal that's like, I can see it, like the stage is dark, light on him, just a little piano in the back, singing like to this kid, like singing down camera to the, like, oh, no. Singing down to the audience. It's so musical theater. Yep, this is like the emotional ballad in the musical. Yeah, it's a breakup song. Mm-hmm. Oh man, when it kind of goes out, it's mostly him singing with the piano, kind of putting in every once in a while, like the strings come in. I like this. Yeah, this is definitely giving me musical theater vibes, and I love a musical. It's a bit cheesy, I guess, but I really like it. Is it musically cliche? Yeah, a little. But like it hit oh, this actually hits me like in my heart. Why am I being so affected by this? Oh my gosh. Like I feel like I'm welling up a little bit. It's really kind of funny to me. Because his voice is really beautiful. Yeah. Oh, this sounds so corny. Oh, that's really beautiful. That's really beautiful there. I feel a bit silly because it's like, I feel like I might start crying a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe probably because it does make me think of like a song from a musical, like the emotional ballad in like a musical. So I love musical theater. Oh, that's really nice ending place. Oh, yes. No, that's good. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling a bit emotional, a little choked up here. Um yeah, I really enjoyed that. Oddly enough. I really liked it. Um wow. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah, is it the most daring thing musically ever? No. Is it a little cliche? Yes, of course. But it just has this musical theater vibe that I'm totally into. And I'm really feeling that song way more than I thought I would, to be honest. Yeah, I know. I haven't had like a romantic breakup-y We're no longer together. Man ballad hit me, but it hit me. Oh, really impressive. I really like that one. I really like that one a lot. All right. That was our 6th song, I think. Yes. So we're on to song number 7, which is Elsie Bay. I think I was looking forward to her the most. She was returning from last year, and I really enjoyed her Melodi Grand Prix song from last year a lot. And Love You in a Dream is the name of her song this year. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. Alright. So I have Elsie Bay, Love You in a Dream. Ooh, that's really pretty. I love her voice so much. It also kind of has like a musical theater vibe. Like, I love her voice. It's so unique. It's like a little jazzy, really sentimental. It's also kind of musical theatery, isn't it? Piano's pretty back there. Interesting with the backing vocal. Okay. Again, that's another one where they're not together. It's really giving me drama. Yeah, this is like, oh my gosh. Why does it make me think a little bit of Sally's song from Nightmare Before Christmas? It, again, musical theater making me think of a musical. It's like a little Frenchy a bit. Like a little bit of sneaky kind of give you a mystery and intrigue there. That's really nice there. It's kind of like giving me classy jazz bar or musical. I'm getting musical strongly here. A little haunty, a little bit like she's a ghost. Okay, what is this instrument? Is that a violin? It might be. I'm not good at telling string instruments apart. I know what a bass sounds like versus like a violin, but other than that, it could be. It goes violin. It might be a viola. It's very dramatic. Right, the bridge. Backing vocals kind of sounding a little more like intense. It's getting that climax. It's giving us a good climax. It's very dramatic. Almost feels like she's cursing this man's memory a little bit, which I'm into, like vengeful spirit. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that a lot. Again, it kind of had a musical theater vibe to it. It has like a little bit of like a revengey sound. Like, oh, you left me, hun, and now I'm gonna come get my revenge on you. So I'm into that too. It's kind of like that kind of a feeling going on there, but still squarely in that musical realm. Dramatic. There's definitely a story being told, both with the vocal and with the instrumental, and like the way the song's composed. That bridge leads up to like a good climax, and you can feel like the emotions really building there. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I really did. And I was expecting to like that song because I really did enjoy Death of Us from last year. So yeah, Love You Like a Dream. Oh, I'm sorry, Love You in a Dream by Elsie Bay. Keeping it up 2 for 2, pretty good as far as I'm concerned for record at Melodi Grand Prix goes. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So if it isn't obvious, the one I like the most probably from this go round, which the one I like the most from this go round is "Turn Off My Heart." That one I wasn't expecting to be gotten by, but hey, I was here for it. Then I'd have to say another one I really enjoyed was Elsie Bay. Um, I thought that was just Love You in a Dream, fantastic. Um, Fuego wasn't bad. It was kind of cliche Latin pop, but you know what? We can all use a little cliche Latin pop every once in a while. And like Waste, I don't know how I feel about it. I probably have to listen to it some more to really get an idea of how I truly feel about it. But like, I feel like I'm like lukewarm to warm on that one. So yeah, all in all, I actually think this is a stronger Heat than Heat 1 was for me. So I am looking forward to watching this on Saturday. But that's just my thoughts about these 7 songs competing at the second Heat, second show, whatever it is, of Melodi Grand Prix in Norway. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, maybe like, subscribe. I'm here doing Eurovision videos like crazy. I'm scheduled to, like, hopefully have another one out for you guys soon. Here in a few days or so. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys again later or whatever. Bye.